Hello everyone, this is our dear from Advanced Mechanics and welcome to another episode of Know Your Car. So in this week's episode, I'm going to be talking about a component that is only found on manual transmission cars. This component is the one responsible for transmitting power from the engine to the transmission. And at the same time, it allows you to smoothly change into gears. So without any waste of time, let's get into the video. So the component I'm going to be talking about today is called a clutch plate or clutch disc if you may like. A clutch plate is a torque transmitting device found on manual transmission cars. It uses drive friction to connect and disconnect the engine from the transmission, allowing smooth gear changing. When you press the clutch pedal inside your manual car, a component called the pressure plate separates the clutch disc from the flywheel. This allows you to smoothly change from one gear to another. Once you release the clutch pedal, the pressure plate clamps the clutch disc to the flywheel. This allows power to be transmitted from the engine to the transmission. And this is how your manual car is able to move. A clutch plate is made of a steel hub, damper springs, and a friction lining that is on both sides. The friction lining is what comes in contact with the flywheel and the pressure plate so that power can be transmitted from the engine to the transmission. This mechanism involves the pressure plate, flywheel, and the clutch disc. On automatic transmission cars, you wouldn't find this mechanism. This mechanism is replaced by a component called the torque converter. And by the way, if you haven't watched the video about the torque converter, I'll make sure to leave the link in the description below. Make sure to watch that video and tell me the difference in the comment section. Now you know how the clutch plate works. What are some of the problems that can characterize a failing clutch plate or a failed clutch plate? The number one problem that can characterize a failed clutch plate or a worn-out clutch plate is that your clutch plate will start to slip. This simply means that your car will fail to accelerate even after pressing down on the accelerator pedal. Your engine revs will be high and the engine will be making a lot of noise, but the car will not accelerate. You may also experience difficulties engaging gears, and sometimes a grinding noise might be heard whenever you're trying to engage into gear. So when you drive a manual car and you experience such problems, just know that a failed or a worn out clutch plate is one of the possible causes.